Good afternoon, happy Monday, and probably my favourite day to say that. Nothing beats the happy Mondays if you love your music. So today, what I want to look at is AI. Is AI coming for us? Are the robots going to get us? I had a really interesting experience with AI over the weekend. I want to share it with you. And I also want you to think about your own current circumstances, your own job, and whether or not you are completely protected from AI that is motoring towards us at a rapid pace. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so as I said, happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like and follow us across social media platforms. Sack the Boss on whatever platform you choose. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, you name it. We're trying to be there. So yeah, I wanted to share a story about AI and a task that I had at the weekend and how AI was able to dramatically, well, it was something I didn't think I could do, to be honest with you. So as part of my role as being a UW partner, Utility Warehouse every year give away £20,000 cash. It's completely free to enter. The draw's still open. I'm taking entries until Saturday morning. If you go to 20kgiveaway.co.uk, you can enter for free. 20k giveaway, so 20k giveaway.co.uk. Go to that website, pop your entry in, and we'll make sure that that goes to head office. But here's the deal. I'm sometimes quite lazy. Don't know if you're lazy. Sometimes I'm quite a lazy person. Literally, I didn't even brush my hair this morning. That's how lazy I am. So I grabbed the hat and I thought, right, sod it, I'll stick a cap on. But I had 1,450 entries for this draw. And the only way to enter them into the draw was to literally go to a page on the Utility Warehouse back office and manually, one by one, enter each entry. Name, first name, second name, mobile number, postcode, house number, an absolute palaver. 1,450 entries I had to put in. So I'm sitting there sweating and I'm like, my God, copy and pasting off a spreadsheet and putting it onto the portal. It's going to take me like 2 weeks to do it. 2 weeks. And then I'm like that, right, AI has got to come in and help somewhere. And with AI, I was able to get 1,450 entries, which I think would have taken me best part of 10 days of consistently staring at a screen to do. AI did it in less than 6 hours. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the computer brain. And that's what we need to watch out. It's fantastic, but we need to watch out about that because it's really also going to wipe out quite a lot of jobs. The role of data inputter has now already been wiped out just through AI. And I found that out at the weekend. So all these data entry jobs, they're really need to start diversifying into something else because AI has already wiped out those jobs. Now, what I've got here, I've got an interview from the CEO of NVIDIA, which is a $4 trillion company. I think it's the world's largest company. He very quickly just explains what AI is going to do to the workforce. And I'd really love to just quickly share this with you before I explain how you can protect yourself moving forward so that none of this catches you out.
Jensen, NVIDIA just unveiled, this is sort of the futurist part of it, the Jetson Thor chip. This is the so-called robot brain that will enable people to train robots, to develop them with so much more compute power. And eventually, we want to know how you see robots eventually, I guess, making decisions without human prompts. And where does this eventually take us? I'm asking you to put that futurist hat on.
Everything that moves will be robotic. Every car, every tractor, every excavator, of course, there's going to be robotic manipulators in factories, robotic movers for moving inventory around. There will be robotic humanoid robots that are very general purpose. We're going to see robotic systems of all different kinds. They're going to be in hospitals doing robotic surgery. They're going to be in factories building things. They're going to be in farms doing agriculture. I mean, it's just incredible, the number of robotic systems. Every single robotic company or industrial company will have two factories. There's the factory that builds the machines, and then there'll be a factory that does the AI, that processes the AI factory, to create the brain that runs in the robot. And so NVIDIA covers the entire spectrum of computing for AI, everything from the cloud to enterprise on-prem to robotic systems. And so it's going to be a really exciting future. And we're going to have all kinds of machinery to help us do things.
And that would mean that it's helping people have more free time. I mean, you talk about productivity gains. So that really becomes the big question. How do you envision our world changing? Do we start to see every country go to a 4-day work week because productivity gains from AI have been so meaningful? I mean, do you see the chatbots become people's friends so dating apps go away? In your mind, what are those future prospects?
I have to admit that I'm afraid to say that we are going to be busier in the future than now. And the reason for that is because a lot of different things that take a long time to do are now faster to do. And I'm always waiting for work to get done because I've got more ideas. Most countries and most companies have more ideas than we know what to pursue. And so the more productive we are, the more opportunity we get to go pursue new ideas. I fully expect GDP to grow. I expect productivity to increase. I actually expect us to have more things to do. It is probably the case. And Liz, I'm hopeful for that day too, so that we have 4-day work weeks. And so that we could, spend more time on the weekends with family and get some reading done and do some traveling. And, nothing is better than that. We came from a world of 7-day work weeks, and now we're in 5-day work weeks. And every industrial revolution leads to some change in social behavior. But I expect the economy to be doing very well because of AI and automation. And I expect, us to enrich our lives. Life quality will get better, of course, over time. Some jobs will go away. Many jobs will be new and invented. But one thing for sure, every job will be changed as a result of AI.
Jensen, it's a fascinating time, and people should.
Right, so everyone should take note. That's Jensen, who runs NVIDIA, which is the biggest producer of these chips, which are going into all the AIs, which are making our lives evolve so much quicker than we thought. I would call it a technological revolution. With the industrial revolution, now we've got a digital technological revolution. Our money is changing, everything we do is changing, and AI is definitely changing. So here's what it did for me at the weekend. I was able to program an AI to basically visit a website and data enter into all the different boxes all the data that was on an Excel spreadsheet. Now, I went on to Upwork.com. So Upwork.com is a website where people can go and offer freelance services. You want a website built, you can go onto Upwork and you can find somebody who'll build the website. It's normally somebody over in Pakistan or India or somewhere like that. But there's very skilled people, but they're charging a lot less of a rate because the cost of living over there is so much cheaper. So with me it took me a couple of hours to build a bot that was able to data transfer nearly 1,500 entries and actually log into this website and then start putting these entry ins. I could watch it do all this work. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, all the people in data entry jobs have just lost their job. They maybe don't realize it yet, but they've just lost their job. Because if you can have an AI pro system do it and it's free, this AI system didn't cost me a penny. Whereas when I went on to Upwork, there was people charging between $15 and $20 an hour to do data entry. But because of technology, boom, if they haven't diversified, if they don't have a second stream of income, then if their job was that, sitting at a computer, waiting for people to hire them to do data entry, they are now unemployed purely because of AI. And then when you listen to Jensen there about all the other things that are happening, if you've got a physical manual labor job working on building sites, in the future, that role is not going to be there anymore. So it's about trying to figure out, are you in a position that is protected and safe from the AI that is coming fast for all of the jobs? Now, there will be new jobs, but there's also going to be a lot of jobs to take the pain. And it made me also think of my own role as a UW partner. And I had a wee bit of a conversation with AI asking, look, what are the pros and cons of what it is that we do? And the feedback it gave me was, well, look, what we do is because we're a very people-orientated business, we're about helping and developing people, that's the kind of thing that only human-to-human interaction can do. So, for example, my role in UW is to find people who want more money in their lives, show them how UW works, and if they want to get involved in UW, help train and support them so that they're making that extra £500 to £1,000 a month on top of their normal standard income, so that they're now diversifying their income. They still get their traditional income from their normal, 9 to 5, but they've now got this fun money, maybe an extra £1,000 a month, fun money, which starts to pay for the nicer things in life. They can start saving for those holidays they want. And that's the kind of diversification I mean. So like I say, if you're not paying attention to AI, my advice would be do so. And I also watched another interview with Elon Musk over the weekend, and he said that he has always been involved in technology, and of all the technologies he's been involved in, he's never seen anything develop at as fast a pace as AI has. I can't remember the expression he used, but I think it was like a technological tsunami is how he described what's happening with AI in our jobs. So if you're not if you haven't diversification, that's not a word. If you haven't diversified your income stream yet, my advice would be think about it. Do some research into it. 1 in 3 people in the UK now have more than one income. 1 in 3. But that means 2 in 3 don't. So those 2 in 3 are leaving themselves wide open to AI wiping them out job-wise, or just being left out with the cost of living. So, closing. I do an Ask Me Anything, 1 o'clock every day. Just a short private call where if anyone's got any questions, they can jump into my Zoom room. I'm sitting at my desk doing some work anyway, so it's no big deal to me. I've got 2 screens. So I'm sitting doing work anyway, but I will open my call for 30 minutes, 1 o'clock. You can come in, camera on or off, ask me any questions you've got about how we can help you diversify, how we can help you have an additional income that maybe takes the pressure off. And there's 80,000 people across the UK already doing this. So we've got lots of, there's lots of camaraderie, there's lots of support when people decide to take that next step, get that additional income and become a UW partner. So yeah, in closing, thanks again for if you've been watching. Most folk will see this on replay, so please pop replay in the comments on whatever platform you do see this call on. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's live, as I've got some really exciting stuff to run through. Other than that, I hope you have a lovely day. Hope you enjoy your Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you don't have a hangover today. And I'll see you on Tuesday.
Let's go.